You are holding a tool. Without thinking, one hand reaches for it first. For most people, it is the right hand. For a small minority, it is the left. That difference seems tiny, but it hides one of the oldest mysteries in human history. Roughly 1 in 10 humans is left-handed, and that ratio has remained surprisingly stable for hundreds of thousands of years. Empires rose and fell. Languages appeared and vanished. Entire civilizations disappeared. Yet left-handed people never disappeared with them. Why? Scientists have been asking that question for decades, and nobody has a complete answer. The story begins long before cities, long before farming, long before written history. Archaeologists have studied ancient stone tools dating back hundreds of thousands of years. Some of those tools contain clues about which hand made them. The marks left by toolmaking reveal a surprising pattern. Most ancient humans preferred their right hand. A smaller group preferred their left. Almost the same ratio we see today. That means handedness is incredibly old. But why would evolution allow two different versions to survive? Normally, evolution favors the most effective trait. Over time, weaker traits often disappear. Yet left-handedness remained. What made it useful?
One possibility comes from conflict. Imagine two ancient humans fighting. Most people trained against right-handed opponents. They expected attacks from certain angles. Then a left-handed opponent appeared. Everything felt different. Movements became harder to predict. Reactions became slower. Could that small advantage have helped left-handed people survive? Some researchers think so. Studies of competitive sports reveal an interesting pattern. Left-handed athletes are often overrepresented in sports involving direct competition. Boxing, tennis, baseball, fencing. In many cases, left-handed competitors perform better than their numbers would predict. Why? Because opponents face them less often. The unfamiliarity creates an advantage. Scientists call this negative frequency dependent selection. The rarer a trait becomes, the more useful it can be. But if too many people had the trait, the advantage would disappear. Could this explain why left-handed people consistently remain around 10% of the population? It is a fascinating idea, but it is not the whole story. Handedness begins before birth. Researchers have observed fetuses showing hand preferences inside the womb. Some unborn babies suck their right thumb more often. Others prefer the left. This happens months before they enter the world, before school, before culture, before anyone teaches them anything. Something biological is already happening. Genes appear to play a role.
But scientists have not found a single left-handed gene. Instead, many genes seem to contribute small effects. Environment may also influence the outcome. The result is a complex mix of biology and chance. Even identical twins can have different dominant hands. One may be right-handed. The other may be left-handed, despite sharing nearly identical DNA. That makes the mystery even deeper. For much of history, being left-handed was not celebrated. In many cultures, it was viewed with suspicion. Some languages even connected the left side with bad luck. Children were sometimes forced to write with their right hand. Teachers corrected them. Parents pressured them. Some people spent years hiding their natural preference. Yet left-handedness survived all of it. No matter how strongly societies pushed against it, the trait never disappeared. Why was it so resilient? Perhaps because it is woven into human biology itself. Today, scientists know handedness is connected to the brain.
The left side of the brain controls much of the right side of the body. The right side of the brain controls much of the left side. But the relationship is not perfectly simple. Many left-handed people still process language primarily in the left hemisphere. Others show different patterns. Human brains are surprisingly flexible.
That flexibility may be part of our success as a species. There is another strange detail. No animal matches humans exactly. Many animals show individual preferences. A parrot may favor one foot. A chimpanzee may favor one hand. But humans display handedness on a much larger population scale. Something unusual happened during our evolutionary journey. Something that made one hand dominant for most people, yet never completely eliminated the other option. And that brings us back to the mystery. Left-handed people are not a mistake. They are not an accident evolution forgot to remove. They have existed alongside right-handed people for hundreds of thousands of years. They survived ice ages, wars, migrations, empires, and technological revolutions. The world around them changed constantly. The ratio barely changed at all. Maybe the real lesson is larger than handedness. Nature does not always optimize for a single perfect solution. Sometimes diversity is the solution. A population becomes stronger when individuals are not identical. Different perspectives, different strengths,
different ways of interacting with the world. The hand you naturally prefer may seem insignificant, just a small everyday habit. But hidden inside that choice is a story stretching back through human evolution. A story that scientists are still trying to understand. And perhaps that is the strangest part. Every time a left-handed person picks up a pen, they remind us of something important. Humanity has always contained exceptions. And those exceptions may be one reason humanity survived at all.
Roughly 1 in 10 humans is left-handed, and that ratio has remained surprisingly stable for hundreds of thousands of years. Yet left-handed people never disappeared with them. Could that small advantage have helped left-handed people survive? Handedness begins before birth. Something biological is already happening. Yet left-handedness survived all of it. The trait never disappeared. Today, scientists know handedness is connected to the brain. Human brains are surprisingly flexible. No animal matches humans exactly. Left-handed people are not a mistake. Nature does not always optimize for a single perfect solution. Sometimes diversity is the solution. Humanity has always contained exceptions, and those exceptions may be one reason humanity survived at all. Every time a left-handed person picks up a pen, they remind us of something important. Humanity has always contained exceptions, and those exceptions may be one reason humanity survived at all.